And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Vanderbilt Commodores. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Commodores will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Auburn Tigers offense takes the field. This has an old school feel to it as this running back makes his way onto the field and all eyes are fixed. They are glued on him.
Yeah, the old school, because nowadays it's usually quarterbacks and the other guys that get all the attention, but this guy's so good. He is the focal point. He's the guy everybody's looking to. He's the tone setter. He's the physical bell cow for this team. He will get the rock early and often.
These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Right back to the well. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Off play action. Extending the play. He'll pull it down and run. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. They'll leave it with him. On the move at the 30. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
You know, in the SEC, you're going to have to run the football if you're going to win games. And you can go on and on talking about great Auburn running backs back in the day, but right here, right now, if this team's going to win an SEC championship.
Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Auburn! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays.
That makes the score Auburn 7, Vanderbilt 0.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Vanderbilt's offense will get the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt. They got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Well, no surprise there on defense, right? You know the QB is going to be trying to target this guy. Nice job in coverage forcing that incompletion.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He's looking to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
What a great play on defense there. It was virtually unblockable. He reminds me of Nick Fairley, probably the most dominant Auburn Tiger defender that I can remember. He was simply unblockable. You could single team him.
It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. And the Commodores headed quickly to the line. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the misconnection, it's 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Here they come facing 3rd and long from the 20. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. They fake it, looking for a man, going for 6. And the pass falls incomplete on the fake field goal, and I'm not sure they'll go back to that one again. You want to be bold and daring, but sometimes you got to know when to just take the 3. He wants to throw. They're working that left side. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Completion a little short of the sticks. It's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Tackle is made at the 24.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run the option. Got the first down. Looking for more. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it.
Those pitches, those laterals, whatever you want to call them, the more times you do those in a game, the more likelihood you have of putting that pigskin on the ground. And put it on the ground there, ball gets out, it happens, it's going to be a part of the game, but it's also the part of the game that the coaches, when they get you to the sidelines, they're going to tell you about it. And they're not going to tell you about it in good language.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. The snap sets up the throw, using the quick game. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Commodores will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This time, they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive, Reese. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. We're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player, they're the better unit on the field right now. They just got to make more plays.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And that is an all too familiar sight. Listen, this team won last week, but they gave up 4 sacks. They got to protect this young man early in this game. Don't set the tone, and let's not go back to last week.
Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. That they can run the football on 3rd downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Just couldn't get away from the tackle. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. And the Tigers are flying down the field. Direct snap. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Off he goes. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. The Tigers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Pressure coming. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I really like the play by the quarterback. Very, very smart. Listen, early in the downs, goal-to-go situation. Drop back. You don't see it right away. Tuck it and get positive yards. Make that next down easier so I can try to get a little bit closer to the goal line and I can get that touchdown. Headsy play by the QB.
The Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's caught! Touchdown, Auburn! Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, get early, get everything going. Way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels. They have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. And the ball is loose on the return. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back.
Man, this kickoff unit, they've got heat-seeking missiles running down the field with bad intentions. They hit that return man with authority, and that's what popped the ball loose.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. These guys have taken some body blows in the 1st half, but now a chance to do something. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
We haven't even gotten to halftime yet. This offense has their hands full trying to keep this quarterback standing up straight. They've already given up multiple sacks. That's the biggest reason why they're trailing by as much.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Trying to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. These corners backing off a bit. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. That'll be a beneficial run as he creates some breathing room and gets it up to the 13-yard line. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The give to the tailback. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. And the Commodores line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A low-line drive and not his best work. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. That is no good. Oh, they missed the field goal. That's about the only thing that hasn't gone their way in this one. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, a stirring start to things today in Nashville as we say hello from our broadcast studios.
And the Tigers will kick it off to start the second half. Out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it up. Being knocked down at the 11. First down for this offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Quickly complete. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Going up top on first down. He makes the connection. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. They'll go back to the ground. Runs through the tackle. At the 35, he's got room. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Vandy.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just making...
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Didn't help themselves much on 1st down. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down from the 20. Quick completion to the right. Just plowing ahead. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Quickly complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who it was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that one.
They make the stop, but this passing game does some... The Sticks with the 1st down. The Tigers have their offense in high gear. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I really like the slot receiver, and I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have work in the middle of the field.
Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's going to run it. Oh, it's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. You know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the Sticks. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back in the play. Nice job by the offense. But the defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The give on the inside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
The Commodores will punt it away on fourth down. And that is an excellent punt as it lands out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head." Yo, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
The offense set for a first down play. The give. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Backed up at the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Used the play fake, now to throw. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He fires it out to the right. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he's looking downfield. Quick strike complete. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. It's complete. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. They're trying to get to it. And they got him for the sack.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
With the catch, it's Moore. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
He is smashing people. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. First down to start the drive after the break. He'll try to do it himself. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. 8th play of the drive coming up. The handoff as they run the counter play here. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
And if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football, so the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
Marches ahead. Touchdown, Tigers. And the route is on. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a winning streak. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line gets set, 1st down. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Looking downfield. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. Now 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Fires a ball, now it's picked off. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Plummer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. Auburn hopes to get War Eagle flying in this red zone trip. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback checking the play. Running back goes in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Floating away. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Georgia is currently up big at this moment, so much so they're on the verge of giving UGA the rest of the day off. They're up by 21 over South Carolina. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Pulls it in. It's Hicks. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Now facing a third and long. Motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down.
A really nice job by the defense, understanding the situation. We know they like to run the touch pass. Great job selling out, seeing it, bringing those guys right down, flying into space, getting the fast, speedy wide receiver on the ground. Nice third down stop.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. A first down for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Inside the 30. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
One more play to pad the stats. On second down, he'll fire. The pass is incomplete. Thought they might catch the defense napping, but it'll be third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, going up top. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the